What's new, crew? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Cassandra, and today I'm bringing you guys through kind of like a week. Today I'm bringing you guys through a week, maybe more like a week and a half in my homestead kitchen, showing you guys things that we make from scratch, food, laundry, different things. Lots of recipes will be linked down below in the description. So let's go ahead and kind of kick things off with making a big batch of laundry soap. I wanted to get this restocked before I have the baby, that way I don't have to worry about it at least right away after I have the baby. And I have simplified this recipe a lot with water. I eyeball my borax. I put in about a cup and a half to 2 cups. I let that cook down on the stove, and then I just add in my castile soap, and that's really it. Sometimes I'll put in baking soda, but I tend not to because I'm also making these scent boosters with my OxyClean and my baking soda and my essential oils that where I feel like I'm getting baking soda in every load. So I don't feel like I necessarily need it in my laundry detergent itself. A lot of you guys asked for updates on this scent booster recipe. I really like it. I just add in my OxyClean now, so it's one less thing I have to kind of throw in every load, and I upped the amount of essential oils and I'm really enjoying it. We're gonna add in our scent-free castile soap, another 16 cups of water, and cook this down on the stove for a while and just kind of let it go, let everything settle together, and then we're going to pour it into our holding jars and it's ready to use for laundry. The next thing I made was some coffee creamer. I told you guys I would show you how I made this using our homemade caramel sauce that you'll see later in this video as well. But we're going to take some of our homemade caramel with about 2 cups of milk, two-ish cups, maybe a cup and a half of heavy cream, and I like to use brown sugar and a little bit of vanilla. And once again, we're just putting all of that into a pot, turning the stove on and letting it cook down and all kind of come together. And we're going to pour that into a mason jar. I like to let mine cool on the stove for a little bit before putting a ring and a lid on it and putting it in the fridge. We're officially on summer break, which means we are going through so many snacky things and whatnot. So I got up early in the morning and made the kids some banana bread for breakfast just to clear out some of the never-ending banana pile that's in our freezer. I will have this recipe linked down below for you. It's a new one and we are really enjoying it. We've made it I think 2 or 3 times in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It is very delicious, very moist, and super simple to throw together, which is one of the reasons why I love banana bread so much, or just quick breads. But you could also throw this recipe into muffin tins. Don't be afraid to add in your walnuts or your pecans or some chocolate chips, really whatever you're feeling. But we kept ours as just a basic plain banana bread, and it is so delicious. We paired this with a couple scrambled eggs for everybody just to get a little protein on board for everybody right away in the morning, and it was really delicious. I have a full video on this caramel sauce with the chocolate sauce as well that you're going to see right after this if you're interested in a full video. But essentially all we're doing is taking sweetened, unsweetened condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, whatever it is, putting it into a mason jar. We're going to do 1 salted caramel and 1 regular caramel. So for our salted caramel, we're adding in some salt, putting it in the crock pot, filling our crock pot with water, and letting that cook on a low heat for like 6 to 8 hours. And you'll have delicious caramel that it took 5 minutes to do. I will link a recipe down below for this chocolate sauce, and it's delicious. We just put all those in mason jars and keep them in the fridge for different things that we would like those for, like the coffee creamer and whatnot, or chocolate milk, ice cream. You kind of get the gifs. Because it's summer break, we're flying through all the snacks, like I said. So we had a snack day baking thing, and all of these snacks lasted about 48 hours. We made mini muffin bites with pancake mix and chocolate chips. These are one of my kids' favorite go-tos. And the other favorite go-to is these like oatmeal peanut butter cups. They're kind of like a granola bar, but we use the muffin tins to make them. So they're little circles instead of, you know, your traditional bar type. But we're melting peanut butter, throwing in some oats with a little bit of honey, mixing that together, and that is going to be the base. We are going to put that into a muffin tin that we sprayed with Pam, or you could line it with muffin tin tray liners options, but I tend to skip the liners. I don't think you need them, so we just spray our pans well, load that peanut butter mixture into the bottom of the pan, and top with melted chocolate. I like to put a little bit of coconut oil in our chocolate while it's melting down in the microwave, just so that it stays smooth and doesn't get all clumpy on us. We will put these in the fridge and let them set, and they are ready to go, and a huge family favorite. It was kind of like an after dinner thing, and well, while I was making dinner, I thought, you know what would be really good? Some brownies. So I went ahead and whipped up a batch of brownies. Once again, I will have this recipe linked down below for you. It is so easy, so quick to throw together. I had never made this recipe before, but you can see it calls for a 9 by 13 inch pan. I would probably double this recipe if you're going to cook it in a 9 by 13 inch pan. We like our brownies thicker, and it was kind of thin. The recipe was good, but I would say definitely double it if you're putting it in a 9 by 13 inch pan. The other thing I really wanted to get done before baby's arrival was restock and refill my working pantry from all of the bulk storage that we keep in the basement in the 5-gallon pails. So I whipped up a thing of brown sugar, refilled our regular sugar, wanted to get our rice kind of refilled here. You can see everything was just like bottom of the barrel. I've been putting it off for weeks, and I really had to get it redone. So I just wanted to get things at least like kind of topped off, you know, just a little bit, just to make everybody's life a little bit easier. For our brown sugar, it's just sugar and some molasses. Works really well if you want light brown sugar, a little bit of molasses. If you want it darker, a little bit more molasses. It's really that simple. And then I headed downstairs in long-term food storage to kind of refill our buckets, because this was the reason I've been putting it off for so long, is the buckets were empty. So I had to refill kind of like our back stock of flour and rice and sugar and put all those into buckets and finish topping off things to go upstairs. So that is kind of a full week in my kitchen. I hope wherever you guys are, you're having a fantastic day, and I will catch you guys in another video. Bye.